The little squirrel was just about to stretch when his clothes slipped right off. But honestly, that was the least of his worries. For a single acorn, he'd risk it all, no matter the cost. His name was Scott, and today, after who knows how long, he'd finally found one. A perfect, glorious acorn. He was all set to stash it away for later, when suddenly the snowbank beneath him began to melt. Lights flickered on all around. Turns out, Scott's precious acorn had landed smack on the control panel of an ancient, long-dormant spaceship, and somehow brought it back to life. Seeing his beloved acorn wedged into the steering wheel, Scott didn't hesitate. He went straight for it, tugging and pulling with all his might. The acorn didn't budge, but the spaceship did. With one frantic shove, Scott sent the ship blasting off into space. Out of control, the vessel slammed into a primordial moon, scattering what were once 7 closely orbiting planets like billiard balls across the cosmos. All Scott cared about, though, was that acorn. Flailing around the cockpit, he accidentally activated the ship's weapon systems. A laser blast sent Mars flying, carving the Great Red Spot into Jupiter. Saturn got knocked right into its rings. The terrestrial planets were hurled out of the galaxy entirely, their new positions tracing out familiar constellations. And with one final unintended zap, a hot, glowing star ignited at the center of it all, the Sun. The solar system was born. Looking out at his accidental masterpiece, Scott felt a tear of pride. But just then, spotting his beautiful blue home planet Earth so close by, he tried to steer back, only to slip and hit another button. The ship veered in the opposite direction, eventually winding up in a strange laboratory. There, Scott stumbled upon a quantum transporter switch. He and his acorn went through a wild series of, let's just say, rearrangements. After one last beam, Scott finally rematerialized in his original form. Furious, he grabbed his acorn and tried to smash the machine, only to be teleported one last time, right beside a toilet. Before he could react, his grip slipped. Scott could only watch, heartbroken, as his most prized possession was flushed away.